So then, hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Millie, and if you're my new subscriber,
Hello.
welcome. I have my daughter here today with me, and we are going to do a video about how life is in Denmark as a mixed child. I think she's a little bit camera shy, but we're gonna try to.
No, it's all good.
Yeah. So this is the video today, and I'll be asking her some questions, and then we'll be talking about the whole situation. All right?
Did you say my name?
Yes, her name is Claudia Atugonza, and I've mentioned her, I think, sometimes on my videos. Yes, beautiful daughter of mine. Yes, she was born in Denmark, and she's a Danish citizenship.
Citizen, yeah.
Yes. So we're gonna take these questions one by one. All right. So I'm gonna ask her, Claudia, how is it being mixed, living in Denmark? I mean, the good and the bad.
I would say that it's nice to like be a part of two different cultures. You get a more like rounded view of life in that way. But I've never felt like I feel like I'm very Danish.
Yes.
I feel like I'm a bit more introverted. I don't go and like talk to people that much.
Yes,
so in that
yes.
way, I feel very Danish.
Yes.
So yeah, being mixed.
Yeah.
I don't feel a big like difference to other people. I think.
Yes.
I feel.
But I think your style is can be a little bit.
Yeah,
You like colors and stuff.
I've
Yeah.
definitely been influenced by like colorful fashion. I'm not scared to stand out in a crowd, and I'm also not scared to like wear my hair like this. I'm not afraid to get comments about it.
Yes.
But one way I feel like I can feel a difference between like because I'm mixed. I've definitely had some experiences, of course. That's inevitable when you have a different skin tone.
Yes.
Because people will like judge you before they meet you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. But well, I was gonna say, how is it to navigate two cultures? I think you have already said something about it. Like, I think also like you feel more Danish because you are born here, you've been living here. If you are also born in Uganda, you'll be feeling like that. And I also think because we don't go to Uganda so often, so you're not gonna get that conflict because you're mostly here. You've been growing up here, and we go to Uganda, of course, once in a while. And you're not gonna get that. But talking about the two cultures, how has it been for you growing up with a Ugandan mom and a Danish dad?
I would say that there's definitely been a huge contrast because you're more strict, to put it like politely, more strict, and you know, you have a certain way that things need to be done because that's how you grew up.
Yes.
Like you couldn't just go around doing your own thing. You had to help in the house and help cleaning, and there were some rules and a curfew. And my father was way more like loose, you know. With him you could just do whatever you wanted, and we even got to decide what we had to eat for dinner, me and my brother, like, and we could just go to the store and buy candy, and he would just give us money, and he didn't mind if we came home late. We can just be out in the streets playing till it's dark, and you could never allow that. Even I remember one time I was out just walking on the street with my friend because that's what we did for fun. We didn't have anything else, and it was like 9 o'clock in the evening, so it was dark out. And you texted me, "You get home now," because I could not be outside when it's dark. I was like, "Yeah, chill. I'm coming home. Calm down."
Yes.
And there's also some things that I shouldn't say to you. Maybe I did say them, but I shouldn't. Like, you know, I wouldn't cuss at you. I wouldn't. If I did that, like that was the end.
I know one time, I think it's Claudia or Claudia's brother came home, and she said the word is in Danish called domemo. It means, "Mom, you're stupid," or "stupid mom." But this is what they learn, I think, in school from other children. They say this. And I told him, like, if you ever say that to me, I'm going to brush your teeth with soap.
Yeah.
They never call me this kind of words.
No.
Never again.
Yeah.
But yes, I think because I come from a culture, like the children respect all grown-ups. You know, it doesn't have to be your mother. It doesn't have to be your father. All grown-ups have to be respected. And here it's different. Children, like, almost think they only respect their parents. And children, they can talk back to their parents.
Yeah.
So yes, for mixed couples, it can be very, very difficult
the
to raise
culture is
children.
so different.
Yes.
Like in Denmark, children and grown-ups, they need to be almost on the same level.
Yes.
Which in some ways it's good, but
Yes.
other ways it's not. Because also I was a substitute teacher in a school, and the children just spoke so like they were cussing and they were
Yes.
crazy. I was like, what the heck is going on with these kids?
I think it's good in a way that because the children, they can talk to their parents. I think, like for example, in Uganda, people don't have talk about the sex word with their children. Here I think it's very relaxed. You can come and talk to your mother.
Yeah, it's more
we don't do
open.
that, I think, maybe because I'm African.
Yeah.
But I think if the white children with their white parents, they can talk about that more openly, prevention of pregnancy and stuff. Whereas in Uganda, it's like, oh, people don't want to talk about that thing. But in a bad way, it's like children. Your dad being friends with you, like
It's
I
not
feel
always
like
good.
your dad being friends with my son, you know, like sit and have a drink together, you know, or beer together, good and not good at the same time.
Because you also need to be able to discipline still.
Yes,
You can't just be you can discipline first and then you can be friends.
Exactly.
Not the other way around.
yes, yes.
But also another thing you asked about, like navigating between two cultures, I think it's very difficult because again I feel so Danish. So when I come to Uganda, I don't feel like I fit in.
Yes.
And why should I fit in? Because I'm not raised there. So
Yes.
people should not expect me to just
Yes.
morph into a different person when I go to Africa. And
Yes.
also people, they think, oh, I bet you love to dance and party and all this because black people love to dance. They love to be loud and talk. I'm like, yes, but I'm just me. I'm an individual. You can't just generalize a whole ethnicity in that way. So yeah, it's difficult.
Yes. Have you experienced racism?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like as I've gotten older, I realized I've experienced racism because I realize now that you cannot make excuses for people's bad behavior. You can't just say, oh, they're just ignorant. They're just
they don't know.
making a joke.
Yeah.
So I experienced a lot of stuff when I was a kid. For example, I remember one time we were running, just going for a run in our area where we lived. And there was this young girl standing in front of her house with her dad, and she pointed at us and said, "Oh, to N-word."
Yes.
And I was like, "Oh, okay, I guess that's fine," because I was young. But now I realize if I was that parent, I would be like running after us and apologizing, saying, "I don't know where that came from. I'm so sorry," because that girl. She learned that word from somewhere, from the parents standing next to her. But yeah, I experienced a lot of stuff.
But I think because the problem is in Denmark, a lot of people have been thinking the N word, the way they said it, for them it has not been bad.
No.
They say N word in their language means a Negro.
Yeah.
And a Negro is not a bad word. No. But for us, when they say it, it feels like the N word, the way they use it in America, because it's also put together with bad things.
Yeah.
So the government and a lot of people have been saying stop using the N word, but there are so many people who feel like they have the right to use that because it was in their vocabulary. We are coming here and trying to change their vocabulary. But if somebody says don't call me that, then just don't do it. And I also feel like for me, when a small child calls me that, I don't get personally offended because I don't think doing it.
They don't have a bad intention.
Or maybe an old lady or 90 years old, that's what they have known. But when it's younger people like 40, 45 teenagers, they know the word is bad. They should not be using that word.
But also just people, actually like a few months ago, I was standing in a pedestrian, like a crossover path, and some people, I had my hair like this, and they actually pointed at me and they were making like gestures. Oh, look at her hair. And people want to come over and like touch your hair, and they want to, it's just crossing that boundary. Because I'm not, we're not like animals at a zoo. You can't just come, can I touch your hair? Oh, you have such nice lips. Oh, African features. Like,
because I don't understand why people think like, I would never go to see a stranger white person with beautiful curls and I'm like, let me touch your hair. I might say, oh, you have beautiful hair. But I'll never go in and put my fingers in there. But the other way around, people feel like they have the right, and that's why I wear a scarf a lot even at work, because people, they just put, oh, your hair, like, no, ask me if you should touch my hair.
It feels like just being like an animal at a zoo, or entertainment for people to look at.
But also you have talked about sometimes some weird things people have said about you. I think you told me one time about a lady who said, oh, you look prettier with braids or something.
Yeah, one time I was at the Overservice.
Yes, at commune service or off an office, you know.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
And I had dark purple braids I made myself, like almost black. And I was just sitting there. It was my boyfriend. He was getting a international driver's license, so I was just waiting. And this lady came over to me and she asked me like who made my hair or how it's made, and I just explained to her, you braid extensions into your own hair. And she said, can I see your real hair? And I just showed her a picture, and I had again my hair like this, and she said, oh yeah, that's too wild for me, that's too crazy.
Like, who cares?
Yeah, I prefer the braids. First of all, I didn't ask you, I don't know you. Second of all, this is my natural hair, it grows from my scalp.
Yes.
It's how I'm made.
How
you
can
can't
it be
say
bad?
it's wild or crazy. No, it's my hair. It's not here to please you. You don't have to accept it. And that was just one situation.
Yeah. And I think when you were younger, also you said how children will be asking you, like when we are going to Uganda, are you going to sleep in
a hut,
in
clay
huts,
hut,
you know,
yeah.
the clay hut, you know, like. But again, they're small children.
But actually no, because one time, even in 8th grade, so I was maybe 14, and like that's not a small child. I was 14. A girl actually asked me if there's electricity in Uganda.
Yeah.
No, it's just darkness.
Yeah.
We don't have any light.
Yes, yes.
You know, so
yes, and I talked about when there was VM in South Africa, people were saying, well, yes, there were grown people like at my age think, where are they going to sleep? And where would they sleep? You know, are they going to sleep in this grass house, you know, mud house, you know, like, yes, I think sometimes that's so ignorant, especially when we have internet and all that.
And also, I've been asked if I'm like adopted.
Yes.
People will actually, even in my, I started like school 2 years ago for my education, and a girl in my study group actually asked me if I'm adopted.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a very private thing, even if I was.
Yes.
I would never ever ask anyone if they were adopted.
Yeah.
And like, why do you think I'm adopted? Can you explain it to me? Yeah, because of your skin tone. But I can come to Denmark. Like, there's many ways to come to Denmark.
Yes, yes.
And then another time at my old job, I was a waitress, so I was just standing like doing some dishes or something, and a customer was sitting like a bit further away, and she told me like if I enjoy living in Denmark, and I was like, yeah, as much as you do, I guess, because I've been here my entire life, just as you. And she actually thought I was adopted, and she was like, asking, what do you like about Denmark? How do you like being here? And I was like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
She was saying it in a way as if I'm so lucky to be here.
Yeah.
You know, congratulations for you, because you got to come to Denmark.
Yeah. And also as if like in Denmark it's supposed to only be white people, you know, they have come people many years who have come like refugees and all that, and people are mixing, you know. So they may always make it sound like they're supposed to be only white people. And if you're here, like, I think when I was going out dating or whatever, people be, what are you doing here? I was like, I'm not supposed to be here. I know sometimes they don't mean it bad, but it's like the first question a man is, what are you doing here in Denmark? Like, I live here, you know.
Yeah. And also at my job, because I was of course talking to people, there was this big, I think it was a wedding, and one of my coworkers overheard some people saying about me that I look so exotic, but I speak Danish so well.
Oh my god,
And again, why would I not? I've been here for freaking 20 years. I'm born here. I've never spoken anything else than Danish. It's just, again, because they're like judging and they think I'm not from Denmark. Which if I wasn't, that's fine. But I am. Why shouldn't I be from Denmark? Yeah.
But I also think like I think we can't talk much about that, but like you are an influencer, and but I also feel like maybe it has also helped you because you are light skinned. Because I don't think if you are as dark skinned as I am, even if you have been on this Instagram a lot, I don't think you would have been where you are. I think it has helped, like you are light skinned. So but I think do you feel like Denmark is getting better to accepting other cultures? Like, yes, Denmark does accept other cultures, but there's let's say for example, I have experienced racism when I've been in town. I never talked about it much because I was like, what can I do about it? I talked about it with my friends, and you know, but I was like, there's nothing I can do about it. Like, we would go in a club, we'd be standing in a line, and then they would say, you're not on the list, you cannot come in. And then we ask the other people on the line, are you on the guest list? And they would say no, but then they let in. But we didn't do anything about it in those days, you know. So but these days I've seen like they are fining them if you can prove that you are denied to go in a club, they will give them a fine. Do you think Denmark is trying to get better to accepting differences?
Yeah, I would say because I live in Copenhagen, so it's easy for me to say yes, because it's like a melting pot.
Yes.
But in smaller cities, I would say no.
Yeah.
It's pretty much the same.
Yes.
But I guess that's just how it is.
Yes.
Cause
but I think we're not saying that, yes, Denmark, there's racism in Denmark, but there's nothing compared, like, for example, to the US.
No.
But I think what we're saying, like, you're going in a shop, and you see all the not the newspaper, the magazines, is always, you never see, like, a black person. And when you see on Instagram and all that, like all these influencers that are there, they're all like white, and we are trying to fight. We are also doing like really good things to like come through, but yes, it is very difficult.
Yeah.
But I think all these the
STGs.
Yes. I think they're helping, kind of pushing people to do this. I think they're getting better. I think even some companies, they're getting better too. Because for me, when I want to shop, like I told Claudia, like when I look on Instagram or shop and I only see like white people, I'm gone. We should be represented, you know?
I even like, for example, there's this brand and they only used blonde, white models, and it's a Danish brand. And I even wrote to them twice saying, oh, I really like your stuff. It would be so great to see some more diversity. I would love to be a future customer. So in a nice way, I wrote it twice, and they just don't want to reply.
Yes.
They don't want to get into it.
No.
So yeah, and also with the events, like if you if influencers get invited to an event, I will see some of the big brands, they only invite white influencers.
Yes.
They might like throw in one mixed girl just to be diverse, but that's not diversity.
No. So Denmark is a little bit far away, but I think they're working on it, and we are also working on it. I think we are not afraid to speak up. I think it's going to help a lot of other people speak up, because Denmark is such a beautiful country, and Danish people are really, really nice, and racism is all over. But I think it's mostly the thing, we don't feel like we belong in that way. We want to belong. We want to represent Denmark, you know. We don't want to be only represented like they have these footballers, you know, like who are black, because they are good for Denmark, you know. All of us, we want to be represented. So there is anything else you want to say, Claudia, before we close this down? But you're happy being here, like
and I just want to say, if you experience racism, like, try and speak up. I know it's difficult, but don't be afraid to speak up. Don't be afraid to be rude. Because the people who are racist, they're the rude ones. So because I'm always like so shy, I don't want to like get into an argument. But if people are rude to you, it's okay to be rude back and tell them it is. You can be rude in a nice way, I think.
Yes,
definitely.
But I also know some African people who are here who I feel like they only focus on the negative. Like if they get a small experience with the racism, then make it big and they make it sound like the whole of Denmark. Danish people are really, really, really nice. There is very few of this kind, because I can tell it's rare for me to tell that I've been working on somebody shouted at me in a racism way, you know, like people just look, and I think they look because you're different. But yes, when I see this kind of black people who are being focused on the negative, I don't want to be part of that. We have to call out the bad things, but we also have to say the good things.
Most people have good intentions, even if they say something that's like wrong. Their intention is not bad. I don't believe that. So you just have to tell them that they can say things in a different way. Yes.
Also, because we have also started before, people would say the N-word in a conversation. It could be your friends, and I would say, I would like for you to say black, don't say the N-word, you know. People like, I explain it to them. If somebody keeps on insisting, but explain to me why I should not use that, then we cannot be friends. I've told you we don't like it, just don't use it. Plain simple, you know.
And also, black is not a bad word, because people would saying, oh yeah, black,
call me
people.
black.
You can say black. I'm black. It's fine. It's not a bad word.
No.
If white is good, then black is good.
Yes, instead of saying the N-word.
All
right. Have we gotten through everything? If we have not gotten everything through, we'll make part 2.
We can make a part 17.
And guys, please comment, be nice, and we'll see you in another video, right? Bye.